Hello students, today I am going to start the first chapter of your data handling. In that one is a statics. Statics is a branch of mathematics, means the statics is a branch of a mathematics where we collecting the data and then after analyzing and interpreting the relationship between one information to another information, that one is known as, or that branch is known as a statics. Okay, so the branch of a mathematics which deals with the collection, classification, analysis and the interpretation of a numerical information or numerical data is called statics, students. And what about the data? Okay, the information which we collect it from any resources, that one is known as a data. So it is very important. Statics is a branch of a mathematics where we deal about the information, their classification, analysis and the interpretation of numerical information is called statics. In that, first one is the data, the information, the relevant numerical information is called data. It may be in form of numbers, or it may be in form of information like a collection of students of class 7th. Okay, so we don't know about that how many girls are there, how many boys are there, but the first information what we have collected it, that one is the number of students, and then after we are going to analyze it, how many girls are there, how many boys are there. Okay, so first one is the collection of the information in a numerical form, that is known as a data. Okay, and if we, and the data which collected without any without arranging in any ascending or descending order, that is known as a raw data. That information only we, okay, the data that are not grouped, that are not arranged, that is known as unclassified data or raw data. Means that the information you have collected to any resource only and you are not analyzing it anything about that, that one is known as a raw data. It is a like if you want to make a cloth, then you want a silkworm, means if you want to make a thread, you want to thread to make it, so thread is a raw information, raw data, and if by that if you make it a cloth or any object, that one is the analyzing of that data, okay, or the data. Okay, students, so raw data is a simple unclassified information is known as a raw data, and if you write in a systematic way, that one is known as a arrayed data. Arrayed data means that arrayed data, the information if you write in a ascending or descending order, that one is known as a arrayed data. When the data are arranged either in ascending or descending order, that one is known as a arrayed data, students. So always when you got that any information, so first your aim is to arrange it in a ascending or descending order, and that is known as a arrayed data. And before, but if you got any information, you always got in a raw formation or raw data, and then if you arranged in ascending or descending order, ascending or descending order, then that information is known as a array data, students. Okay, now frequency, the number of items, a particular number of times a particular item or object occurs in a collection is known as a frequency. Frequency is very easy, students. Frequency, the number of times an information occurs in your observation is known as a frequency. Suppose frequency, suppose a data is given, data is like 1 2 3 3 4 1. So one information 1 5 5. So one information is given, one data has given here, students. So first our aim is to, if you want you can arrange it, otherwise no need to arrange it. You want to find that the frequency, no. So what is the frequency of 1? So count that 1 and 2. So the frequency of 1 is 2. Frequency of 1 means how many times occur that 1 occur in this information, in this observation. So 1 2 times, so its frequency is 2. So frequency of 2, how many times 2 occurs in that? 1 2 times, so its frequency is also 2. Frequency of 2 is 2, frequency of 3 is also 2, frequency of 4 is 1, and frequency of 5 is 2. So frequency means that the information or the number of times a particular item or term occurs in the observation is known as a frequency. Next one is the tally marks, means to represent a data. If in large amount of data has given, so to represent in form of a Stokes, that is known as a, for 1 we represent 1 Stoke. For 2 we represent 2 lines, that is 2 Stokes. For 3, for 1 numerical information we use a 1 line or 1 Stoke, it known as a Stoke. For 2 we use a 2 straight lines. For 3 we use a 3 line. For 4 we use a 4 Stokes. This is known as a tally marks. For 1 we use a 1 single line, for 2 we use a 2, for 3 and for 4 vertical lines. Now for 4 we use a 4 vertical lines. Okay, for 4 we use a 4 lines. Okay, now for 5 we use 4 Stokes, and then after for first one to cross these 4 lines like this represent a 5. If you want to write 6, then how you will write this 6? First you will write 5 and then 1, it is a 6. 7, how you will write this 7? First you write 5 and then 2, 7. Same as it is, if you want to write 12, then how you will write? First you write 5, then again 5, and then 5 10, and then you will write 2. So in this way you can write a numerical information in form of a tally marks. And if you arrange this tally marks, observation and frequency in a one table, and that is known as a frequency distribution table, students. If you arrange this observation, tally marks and the frequency in a one table, that is known as a frequency distribution table, students. So see this one. So there is a 3 columns in frequency distribution table, students. Frequency distribution table. So in that we use 3 columns. In the first column we use a observation, students. Always you can write the observation in ascending order, students. Observation or entry, observation. Second one is the tally marks, and third one is a frequencies. Okay, so a table that shows the frequencies of observation like items or terms is called a frequency distribution table. Such table has 3 columns. Observation is in a first column. Second column we use a tally marks. In third column we use a frequencies, students, to represent this, and this is known as a frequency distribution table. To represent frequency or in tally marks is known as a frequency distribution table, students. Okay. Next one more important point is that range of the data. Range of the data means that to find the range of the data means that from largest you find the largest information or data and the lowest information or the data in your observation, and if you subtract it, then you will get that the range of the data. Okay, so the difference between the largest observation and the smallest observation in a given data is called a range of the data. So very important is this one. A range of data means that the difference between the largest information and the smallest information is known as a range of the data. Suppose a range of the data means that, students, range of data is equal to the difference between the largest information minus smallest information or observation. Information means that data. Okay, observation, you want to tell this observation, largest observation minus smallest observation. So that is the range of the data. Suppose one information has given 1 2 4 6 1 7. So in that, no, you can find that the range of this information. So find the minimum is 1 and maximum is 7. So from the maximum you will subtract the minimum one. 7 minus 1 is the range of this data. So range is equal to 7 maximum information or maximum observation minus smallest observation. So you will get that the range of this data is 6. Range of the data is 6 for this case. Okay. So with the help of these definitions, I am going to start your exercise first A, students. Okay. Arrange the following data in ascending order and descending order. So students, you know that how to arrange in ascending order. Ascending order means that the smallest to greatest. First you write the smaller object in smallest object, then smaller, and in last you will write that the greatest one. Okay, so smallest to greatest, it is known as a ascending order. In descending order, first you write the greatest one, and then after greater in last you will write the smallest one. Greatest to smallest, that is known as a descending order. So first one, I think you know how to do this, arrange in ascending and descending order. Now the second one, find the frequency of 19 in the following data. Means that the frequency is the number of items occur in your information is known as a frequency. So see this question number, second one. Exercise first A. First question is arrange in a ascending order. See this one, students. Your data is given data. Okay. Data is given there. Data is equal to, students, see this one, 14, 12, 13, 15, 14, 11, 14, 15, 14, 13, 15 and 12. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is that are the datas. The data is given like that. So arrange in a ascending order. For first one is arranged in ascending order. Ascending order. Smallest to greatest. So first you find the smallest one is 11. So 11. Then after, how many times that 11 is there? One times. Then 12. 12 comes 2 times. 12. Then 13. 13 comes 3 times. Then 14. 1, 2, 3, okay, 1 2 3 4, 14 comes 4 times, then 15, 1 2 3. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12, that is in ascending order, smallest to greatest. Now arrange in a descending order. Arranged in descending order, students. Arranged in descending order. Descending order. So just opposite of the ascending order. First you write the greatest one, 15, 15, 15, greatest to smallest, then 14, 4 times, then 13, 2 times, 12, 2 times, and 11, 1 times. Count it, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12. So this is this one is arranged in ascending order, and this one is in descending order. So very easy to arrange any information in ascending or descending order. Now the second one is find the frequency of 19 in the following data. First one is in that you will find the frequency of 19. So I think it is also very easy. So in that I am going to do this first one, second, first one, second, first one. See the solution of second, first one. In that you can find the, so how many times 19 is occur in that data is 16, 19, 0, 14, 19, 13, 16, 19, 19, 12 and 19. So how many times 19 occur in that? So students write it. In the solutions, as see this one, 19 1 2 3 4 5 times. So its frequency is 5. As 19 occurs 5 times, 5 times in the observation, so its frequency is, its frequency is 5. So its frequency is 5. It comes 5 times in that observation, 1 2 3 4 5. So its frequency is 5 for this observation, students. Okay. Now second one is find the frequency of 27 in the following. So see this, how many times 27 comes in, occurs in this information, 1 2 3. So its frequency is 3 for this case. Now question number 3, find the difference between the frequencies of 24 and 20 in the following data. So question number 3 is find the frequency of 24 first, and then you will find the frequency of 20. So from the smallest you can from the biggest you will subtract the smallest one. Find the difference between the frequencies of 24. So find that 24 is occurs in that one. How many times? 1 2 3 4 times, and 20 occurs in that one, 1 2 3 times. So its difference is 4 minus 2, 4 minus 3, you will get 1 is the difference of this one. So second part, and third you will do with yourself, students. That is your homework. Now question number 4, what is the observation with the least frequency in the following data? What is the observation with the least frequency in the following data? So in that you will see the first one, fourth first one. First one, what is the observation with the least frequency in the following data? So see this one, 12 observations are observation 14. So your answer is for this 14 is the observation with the least frequency. 14 in your solution is this one. 14 is the observation with least frequency. 14 is the observation with the least frequency. It will comes one time with least frequency, that is 1. Okay, what is the observation the largest frequency in the following data? So 27, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 27 occurs in 5 times. So its answer is a second. 27 is the observation. See this one, 23, 1, 2 times. 27 I think 29, 1, 2, 3 times. 27, yeah. 27 is the observation. With largest frequency, and that one is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. That is a 5 times. So it is very easy to find the least which observation has the least frequency and which observation has the largest frequency. It is very easy to find that the number of times that observation occur in the information. Okay students, so I think it is very easy to do this type of a questions. Question number 5, make the tally marks in the following frequency. So 5th one is very easy to know that how to make a tally for 2. Tally marks for 2 is this one. Tally marks for 5, you know that first you draw 4 stroke and then you will cross this one from 1st to 5th. Okay, so this is the tally marks for 5. So in that 5th one you will do with yourself students. Now see this question number 6 one. The following data represent the heights in the centimeters of 20 students. Make a frequency distribution table showing the above information in 7, 8 and 6, 7, 8. All that 3 question is the same information, same type. Okay, so in that I am going to do this question number 6 one. 7, 8 you will do with yourself, and 9 and 10 both are same process. Okay, so in that I will tell that question number 9 students. So see this question number 6 students. Number 6 solution. Make a frequency distribution table showing the above information. Frequency distribution table for the following information. So in that students, first we make the table. This one is the frequency. This one is the tally marks. And this one is the observation. Observations you always write in a ascending order. Okay students, observation. It is in height. Observation is in height, and that one is given in centimeter. Okay, so first one is find the minimum one in this one. Start with 28. So 28, 29, 130, 131, 132. Maximum is 135, 33. Wait students. 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135. Okay, students, so you always make this type of a table. We use a 3 columns: observation, which is the information which is given in your question, then tally marks and frequency. So see this 128, how many times occur in your table? Okay, 128 students. Okay, so 128 occurs 1 times, so you will write 1 and its tally mark is 1, like that. So 129, it occurs, count it in your observation students. 129 is occurs 4 times. First you write the frequency students. Now 130, it will occurs 1 and 2, it will occur 2 times. Then 131, it will occurs 131 students, it will occurs 1 times. 132, it will occurs 4 times. 133, it will occurs 3 times. 134, 1, 2, 3, it will occurs 3 times. And 135, it will occurs 135, it will occurs 2 times. Okay students, so this is the frequency of the following observation. Okay, now make the frequency, make the table, make the tally marks, make the tally marks. 1, you draw 1 line, then 4 strokes, then 2 strokes, for 1, 1, for 4 you will draw 4 strokes, for 3 you know 3, and for 2 you will draw like that. So this is your frequency distribution table, and total is in your question, total is 20 observation. I think the following set is 20 students. If you add this frequency, if you get the 20, means that your observation, your frequency is correct. Okay, so see this 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 3, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So total is 20 for this case. If you want, you can add it. Total frequency is equal to 20 for this case. Total frequency is equal to 20 for this following observation. So always, if you are going to write this frequency now students, you always add it. It is in your total information. If your information is 20, then your frequency is also, if you add it, you will get this 20. If you are not getting the 20, it means that you have done a mistake in your in your calculation. Okay, so same as it is, you will try this 7 and 8 students. See this question number 9. The following distribution table gives the marks scored by 60 students. This table is given for 60 students. Okay, number of students who got 45 marks, that is 2. 72, 6 students. 77, 13 students. 82, 17 students. 85, 12 students, and 95, 10 students. So in that, in your question, it asks that question number 9, answer the following. What are the highest marks in the first? What are the highest marks? That is the 95 is the highest marks for this question. What are the highest marks? That is a 95. What are the lowest marks? That in the table it is given that 45 is the lowest marks obtained by students. If the passing marks are, if the pass marks are 50, how many have failed? The number of students who got less than 50, that is 2 students. Who got less than 50, that is 2 students. Okay, now fourth one students, how many have scored 80 or more than? So number of students who scored 80 or more than 80 are. The number of students who scored 80 are more than 80. So see this one in observation, you can include this after 77, that is 82. So that is number of students is 17, 85, that is number of students is 12, and 95, that is 10. If you add this one, you will get this 39 students who scored 80 are above 80, that is 39 students. Now fifth part is, how many have scored less than 75? So number of students who scored less than 75, number of students who got less than 75 marks. So that is only 2 students, that is only 2 marks, that is 45 and 72. So that is 2 plus 6, 8 students who scored less than 75 marks. 8 students who scored less than 75 marks students, or who got less than 75 marks. Same as it is your question number 10 students. Find the range of the information. Question number 10, range of the information. So range is equal to largest observation minus smallest observation students. So in that, largest observation is 19 and the smallest observation is 5 students. So if you subtract, you will get this 14 is the range of this given information. Now the second is, there is given that largest weight is given that 176 kg and the smallest weight is given that 119 kg. So range for this range of weight is equal to 176 minus 119. If you subtract this one, you will get this 57 kg is the range of the given weights. Okay, so very easy students, this exercise is very easy. So I have completed the exercise first A students. Okay, so I hope you will complete your copy properly in your home students. Okay, till that, thank you.